Hello and welcome to King Arthur Legion 9. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. This is a strategy tactics game with RPG elements, and is where you play as an undead legion of Roman centurions, praetorians, and various other legionnaires, and so on and so forth. So let's start a new game, and we're going to be playing in roguelite mode, which means that your progress is saved automatically. There's no manual saving, and every decision and mistake is permanent. And we'll play on normal, because I'm not actually wanting to completely, absolutely suck. So yes, I've never played this game before, by the way, so let's try it out.
Another pit of the underworlds. Again.
This is not the underworlds. As a flamen of Orcus, the priest of the Lord of the Dead, I can feel the difference.
What difference? Just look around.
Volcanoes are the gates to the underworlds. We are almost free, believe me, Tribunus.
How can you be so certain?
I've been sensing the presence of a Roman shrine for a while. It beckoned to me like a sacred flame. That couldn't happen in the underworlds.
A Roman shrine? Could we be back in Italia?
It is definitely not Italia. We are somewhere else. Somewhere more dangerous and well protected. The simple fact that we seem to have arrived without our soldiers. How would I know? I'm only a humble priest of Orcus. You are the great commander. Whatever protects this land from invaders, it is very powerful. We will use that power to fulfill our emperor's wish.
At least I'm here to protect you, my tribunus.
Do you hear that? Birds. Can you remember seeing any birds or trees down there?
If you mean living birds or trees, then the answer is no.
Evil spirits!
Lord, have mercy on us!
Did you see it? Living flesh.
Let's follow them. They'll probably lead us to a settlement.
Do you believe me now, Tribunus?
I honestly don't know, but you might be right.
Why aren't you working, slave?
The monsters crawled out of the burning pit!
What strange-looking Italians.
I never said we are in Italia.
Whatever. Let's talk to them.
Go! Raise the camp! Halt, ugly spirits! Return to your pit. In the name of the old gods, I command you again, leave. I don't know what kind of spirits you are, but I warn you, this land is under the protection of the old gods. Leave now.
And this is where we're gonna fight our very first encounter with some picked warriors. And, well, we're going to murder them. Oh yes, with a nice jump attack. Boom, instant jump attack right there, followed up by a wonderful bleed, and then we will switch to someone else. And we'll probably just, I don't even know. I don't even know what to do right now. I think we'll probably just go and attack this guy with a little bit of a spell. And we're going to be activating Necrosis. Now, basically, Necrosis is very, very useful because, as you can see right here, range damage that deals more damage the more hurt its target is. 50% weapon damage against unharmed enemies, up to a maximum of 150% weapon damage against enemies at or below 50% vitality. Very, very useful. And we also now have Death Hex, which allows us to indeed inflict 50% of a target's current vitality for one turn. So theoretically, you could do this on a high health target, have your other soldiers attack that target and try to reduce it to 0 HP and kill it before the turn is over. You could potentially try to do that. Anyway, we're going to just move over here. Maybe we'll try to do some damage, or we could try to heal. Let's actually give ourselves a little bit of an invulnerability shield right here. Yes, there's the invulnerability shield coming in mighty handy. Basically, it makes it so that 3 hits are completely and utterly negated, which really makes a huge difference. And as you can see, we've taken no damage whatsoever yet, which is fantastic. So let's just move our guys over here. I'm actually just going to move this guy into range. Unfortunately, I had to dash, so we're not going to get any kind of damage out here. However, I might be able to do some damage with my little mage. Boom, he's dead. Alright, that's nice. At least. This guy's going to do a little bit of something, but hopefully not too much. Yeah, not too much whatsoever. That's fantastic. Okay, so there are backstabs that you can do as well in this game. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get behind this guy, and then there's the backstab damage.
You are right. This is not Italia. But I have an educated guess who are these barbarians. These were picked warriors. Sulla and I fought them once in Eboracum. I remember these painted devils clearly. Well, we are definitely not in Britannia. This land is magical, I can feel it. It's not the underworlds, but it's still connected to the afterlife and the gods.
Okay, now we can explore around a little bit. Demonic bond. You are already dead. Your characters can fall in battle, but they can't die again. As long as one of them is still standing when the battle is over, the demonic bond between them will revive the others. Yeah, so we don't need to worry about if anyone does die, but if everyone dies, then obviously that's a game over.
They seem to be terrified of the Legionnaires here.
A mirror would explain the reason why much better than I could.
Anyway, fear is good.
Filling the Legion's coffers.
Look, cattle. There must be people in this village.
This village is empty. Where is everyone?
They're hiding.
Not everyone. Look.
Salve, Legionnaires. I am afraid, but I had no choice. The masters sent me to talk to you. Yes, we are all their slaves here. They make us collect sulfur from the burning pit. Yes, I am. My mother was. My name is Flora. There are a few former citizens of Nova Roma around here. That used to be our colony. Once a Roman city. Now it's just haunted ruins. It is down in the valley. An hour's walk from here. But the road leads through the main camp of our masters. I don't know what kind of monsters you are, but even you won't have it easy. And yet this is what happened. One day they came, slaughtered our people, and made the survivors their slaves. We had no chance against them. Perhaps you will save us. Thank you. Be aware. The masters are watching you, even now. They are planning to ambush you as soon as I give them the sign. I'll have to. Please be prepared.
Alright, so we got a big guy over there. He's going to be a little bit difficult to deal with, but hopefully we're going to be okay. Because all I need to really do is just get over here. Try to do a nice little bit of a backstab. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to. However, what I can do is I can do this thing called Unholy Chain. Basically what this does is it establishes a link between two enemies that are no further than 4 tiles away for 2 turns. And damage and status effects against a linked unit also affect the other, which is very, very impactful. So in other words, what I could do is I could do this and then this. These guys are now connected. So the more damage we do to this one, the more damage this one takes. As you can see, look at that damage. Very, very nice. And now what we're going to do is we are going to be playing this, buff this guy with some invulnerability, because let's face it, we don't really want this big two-handed guy to go over there and smack us around a little bit, do we? No, we don't want that. So we're just going to do this, try to do a little bit of something here. This guy is going to take some damage. Ah, we have another enemy. Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that guy. Alright, so he's using invulnerability as well, as you can see right there. This guy's going to die from bleeding damage, so I don't even need to worry about this fellow. And I could move away from here. I'm thinking right now that maybe me moving away would probably be the best course of action. So I'm going to do that, even though this triggers an opportunity attack. He's dead from the bleed, as I said he would be. And then we're just going to do some damage here. And then we'll just do this. Okay, we should probably... I can't really move with this guy. If I move with this guy, he is going to take an opportunity attack. Yeah. The main problem with staying here, though, is that we may, in fact, end up taking damage from the big two-handed guy, and I'd rather not have that happen. So, we're just going to do this. Nice. Good, good. We finally eliminated the archer. That's good, at least. And now we can just hope... There we go. They're taking some damage. That's not too bad. We do each have a potion, by the way. Every single one of our people has a healing potion on them, and we can obviously use that if we want to. For me personally, right now, I'm obviously not going to do that just yet. Nice damage, nice damage. We've got dual wield, so we're doing some pretty nice amounts here. And we can actually finish this guy off, I think. Let's just kill that guy first. And then we can maybe get this guy in range. No, unfortunately, he's a little bit too far away. But we can move maybe in range. Maybe he can distract the guy a little bit. Let's see what happens. Ah, it doesn't really matter. Not that much damage taken, which is great. And he's dead.
Thank you, Legionnaires. They are slaves, like me. If you really attack the main camp, they will be there to help you. They are not warriors like you, but they are our best, and they want to fight for their freedom.
This is an insult to Rome. The picked savages must die. The 9th Legion will restore order to the world.
Fiat Ordo. We are expected from the opposite direction. We can surprise them from here.
And now all we have to do is kind of just chill out here a little bit, you know. But we do have to be a little bit careful about our spellcaster, because as you can see, he has taken quite a bit of damage. So let's be a bit careful with that. And if necessary, we will probably end up just using our wonderful little invulnerability shield quite quickly. Oh, that was an insane amount of damage instantaneously. Very, very nice. And we can maybe move this guy over here. There we go. He obviously doesn't have a dual-wielding weapon, this guy. So he's not really capable of attacking twice like Gaius is. So that's obviously unfortunate, but nothing I can do about that, really. Okay, so let's move over here. Unfortunately, can't really do much. Guess we'll just attack. There we go. Nice. And yeah, by the way, backstab damage works even with ranged attacks. So if you attack someone and their back is facing you, then you're going to get that backstab bonus, which is very, very impactful. Okay, there we go. I want to try to save these guys as much as we possibly can. Obviously, it is going to be very difficult to do that. I highly doubt we're going to be able to save any of them because they're all going to run in there randomly and they're probably all going to get absolutely massacred. But, you know, it's nice to try it, right? It's nice to try. Okay, here we go. Nice. Ooh, that was some massive damage once again. Very, very good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to cast invulnerability on this scout right here. I know that may seem like a huge waste, and it probably is to a certain degree, but for me personally, I feel like that might be the play. Okay, might be the play here. Oh yeah, we also probably want to do this. Let's just combine that. There we go. Unfortunately, I have no more AP right now, so I will have to go next turn. There we have it. But these guys, for the next 2 turns, are going to be taking the same damage as each other. So this is fantastic. This is absolutely perfect. As you can see, this guy is taking damage from this, and this guy is also taking damage. I love that ability. Ah, then they have a healer in the back there, so that's not exactly great. He's also doing some damage, but that's okay, because look at our invulnerability shield right now. It's saving our guys from actual death here, which is fantastic. So let me actually just move this guy into the back. We're going to get a nice backstab on him. Nice. And he's almost dead. As you can see, these guys are literally almost dead. So that is perfect. I think we're probably going to... Wait a minute. I should probably move this guy first. Can I do something here? I guess I'll just move this guy and see whether I can maybe kill him. Nope, that's not going to be enough. That's kind of unfortunate. I think our friends should be able to kill this guy. So I don't think we really need to worry about that too much. I might want to do some damage to this though. Yeah, it's not really going to do a huge amount, as you can quite clearly tell, but it has debuffed him. So I guess that's kind of nice. And I highly doubt this guy's going to be able to do too much. As you can see, there we go. Nice backstab. And these guys are both still alive. I'm actually very surprised. He's going to die though in just a moment. Oh no, actually he didn't. Wow, I'm very surprised. Okay, that's nice. Let's try... I can do a jump attack. Let's try and go here. I can do a jump attack, not from here, maybe from here? Yeah, no, still not within range. Oh, that is so sad. Oh well, never mind. Okay, we'll just go into melee. Move here. We could use Death Hex, which is only 1 turn though, so that's not really going to help us. So I think just me using a regular ability would probably be just fine. And yeah, once again, unfortunate that I just don't have enough to get over there. I don't have a cooldown or anything like that. Don't have invulnerability shield or anything, so this guy might end up dying, which would be pretty sad because he's done some amazing damage for being, you know, some random guy. As you can see, there was an AoE. Okay. He had an AoE somehow. That's very frustrating, but it's fine.
You did it! You really did it! You killed the masters! Thank you. Yes, I am sorry. Please, forgive me. It has been destroyed, but I don't know how. The Flamina ordered us to flee to the mountain before chaos swallowed us all. I'm not smart enough for that, but the Flamina was right. Everything went wrong, everything. Since then, I never dared to leave the mountain again. After all this time, I'm free again. Thank you, stranger. I pray to the gods for you. Who are you? I want to thank you again for setting me free.
You are very wrong. You are now my slaves, all of you. I just want to say this because I actually know the outcome of this, because I just want to show you how fun the conversation system can be.
Oh, yes, of course. Forgive me, Master. I'm just a silly woman. I meant no disrespect.
Alright, so now we have 3 different options, and for me personally, I'm obviously just going to free them all because that's what we're going to do. However, you can do a wide variety of other stuff, like, for example, I don't have time for this, get out of my sight. Or, fine, my other slaves will learn from your mistake. and then you can literally enter combat and slay her if you want to. Obviously, that very much depends on what kind of playthrough you want to do, but for me personally, I'm obviously going to free them because I find that cool. You know, I like that.
Please allow me to repay you. I know where the barbarians hid their treasure. I can show you, if you like. Follow me. Here is the treasure. Only those who know about its presence can see it. It is yours now.
And look at that, we got some treasure. Fantastic. So we got some jewelry from that. I have no idea what kind of jewelry, but it should be kind of nice. And there's also another chest over here. And we're going to loot that, of course.
Take everything.
There we go. We got a Rune of Orcus for weapons. I have no idea what that does, but, well, hopefully it's going to be something nice. And there's a bunch of other interactables around the map here and there. And technically, you're not even supposed to go the way that I went when we first entered this particular encounter. You're supposed to go a different way that will allow you to gain a damage buff for the remainder of the mission. And it is something to do with a shrine. There is an interactable called a shrine, which is here, as you can see. And this is the thing that I was talking about. So, for example, as you see here, the shrine will unleash the following power: Lasting Bless. And if I use it, it will then say 25% extra damage until the end of the current mission. And then you can give it to whoever you like. We'll give it to Gaius, I guess, even though it doesn't actually make any difference. But you can see here, we've now completed every single objective, and we can click on Finish Mission, and we're done.
The sanctuary that calls me is near, but it is not right here. This road leads to Nova Roma, and I sense the sanctuary in the very same direction. It has a very strong connection to our ancient Roman gods. It is a beacon for all believers. It is like the Capitolium Vetus, or the sacred fire of Vesta in Rome. I agree, Tribunus. I have the feeling that this city is much more than I thought. We need to find out what happened to it.
So now this is where we see the level up screen and a small introduction to a new area of the game. There are two separate, shall we say, zones that you can enter. Basically, you get the mission zones and then you get the overworld map zone. And that's where we are right now. So you can see here, Plutonius Nerva is certain that we are still in the other world, but this is an entirely different region. He is sensing the presence of a Roman shrine nearby. And as you can see, we gained all of this stuff. We gained some random items and so on and so forth. We got some gold here, building resources. We leveled up these guys. And you can see here, Octavius says, "We are treading terra incognita, this unknown land as conquerors, Tribunus. Those who bow to the 9th Legion today might turn against us in the future. Many shall seek your grace. Even more shall try to send you back to Tartarus. As your personal guard, my duty is to act without a second thought for your safety. Do I have permission to kill anyone whom I deem a threat, even without your orders?" And then Plutonius Nerva says, "You would make Sulla proud, Praetorian. Any living creature who stands in our way, be it a man, woman, or child, must die." And then you can actually say exactly what you want to do. So you can see here, no killings without my orders. We need the trust of the locals. Permission granted, soldier. They fear and loathe us anyway. Send anyone to Orcus on one wrong blink of an eye. Or, your duty is to report these threats before they manifest, Praetorian. Go and train harder. And you can see here that this will either increase our humanity or our demonic, shall we say, instincts or leanings, whatever you want to call it. And or you could just have Octavius gain a skill point. So it very much depends on what you want to do. I think I'm going to just have him gain the skill point for now. Sounds like a nice idea. And so, as you see, there are 6 slots that you can fill with, additional soldiers and things like that. And when you click on this, you have the skill point tree, and you could see every single one of their traits as well. So you see here, this guy has legions, he has armor tinker. When resting, recovers an additional 20% of their maximum armor, and also lightheaded, a minus 20% mental debuff resist. And then otherwise, apart from that, you could see vitality, armor, action points, and indeed what kinds of items they have available. So you see here, this guy has the ability to regain 2 armor when resting and gains more damage, and so on and so on and so on. And then there obviously are a number of different skills that you can increase to your liking. So for me personally, I want to try and make Protective Shield as powerful as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Watchfulness, which reduces its cooldown by 1 turn. We're going to do that. There we go. And Protective Shield also removes all status effects from the target. Technically, we could do that. I personally don't really care about status effects right now, so that's not really something that I particularly care about, but we can do some other things. Like, for example, we could do this. Shield Bash's area is increased by an additional 2 tiles around the hero. And Shield Bash knocks back the side targets as well. You could do all kinds of cool things. However, with Strike, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Destabilize, which causes the target to become unstable, and the next knockback will cause a knockdown. And that obviously synergizes extremely well with Shield Bash. And that's exactly the reason why I want to take that. And I have 1 skill point available, which I'm not entirely sure what to do right here. I think I might just get Obstruct. I think that's just gonna buff his passive. I think that seems pretty fun. And then you can go to the various other characters, as you can see right here, and they all have different skills and different things that they can specialize into. Like, for example, this guy's got a whole bunch of passives that you could spec into. I think they each had passives, to be honest, but apparently I did not I didn't see that with Octavius. My bad, but it's okay, because he's got some good stuff going on. And you can see here that Plutonius is actually demonic, much more demonic, due to his demonic leanings than Octavius or Gaius. They're both neutral. So you can obviously make them lean either one way or the other. And indeed, as you see here, loyalty also makes a difference to how much damage and how much AP your soldiers have. So loyalty is actually very, very important. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. If you would like to see more from me and this, then by all means, let me know. And you could do that by, hitting the like button and telling me in the comments and so on and so forth. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.